Hi, thank you so much for joining us today for another edition of Ready for Happiness Live. This is Kathy Brandon, your happiness chick, and today is a special edition of Ready for Happiness Live. We are recording it right now live. We're launching it as soon as the interview is over. It's a very special edition. This is our first professional disc golfer guest on the show today, and everybody who watches the show, thank you so much for your support. We hope we're inspiring for you. And for those who are joining us for the first time, the Ready for Happiness Live show was founded about 2 years ago when a whole bunch of us needed to get out of our way with video. And we had something to say. We wanted to inspire the world. And so what we decided to do was to get on video and introduce people who have created a unique way of being happy in the world. And they've done this so well for themselves that now they're inspired to see other people step out in a unique way and make themselves happy. And today's guest is no exception to the rule. Hi, Sami. How are you, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing great, doing great. For those of you guys who don't know Sami, and let me go ahead and pan to Sami now. Hi, Sami.
Hi.
Basically who Sami is a trainer. Sami is a businesswoman. Sami is a professional disc golfer. Sami also has a huge passion for helping people create a happy body and a happy lifestyle. Sami and her husband have lifestyle businesses. They're both self-employed, and they both, live the whole lifestyle life, right? They play hard, they work hard, and they didn't start out that way. So I thought we could meet Sami and listen to her story today. And then if Sami inspires you today, I'd like to ask you to connect with her at the end of the show. Anyway, so hi, Sami. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good. I'm definitely excited to be here. You've been a friend of mine for a while, Kathy, and this is it's pretty exciting to be on the show. So thank you.
I'm really excited to have you because I'm really passionate about disc golf, and you're a professional disc golfer, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And, I'm hoping this is the beginning of, when I came into the disc golf community, what I found so inspiring about the community is every disc golfer has a story. And the excellent disc golfers have an athlete story. And so I just find the whole community of disc golf, the game and the mindset of golf, fascinating. It's taken me to new places in my life, in my thinking, and I just want people to know you. I want people to know who you are and what kind of contribution you're making out there, because it's huge. So let's kind of scroll it back, right? Let's kind of give them the beginning of it. Where are you from? I know you're based in Dallas, Texas now, and we'll talk about that, you guys, shortly. I'll get to the good stuff, the today stuff, but we got to see who Sami is, because that's who you really want to know. So tell us, where did you come from? Were you raised by two parents? How did you make your way to Dallas if you're not from here? And just kind of give us your little mini story of how you got to today and this big passion for happy bodies.
Okay. Well, I was born and raised in a small town in Minnesota, and I graduated high school from there, and then kind of just went on. And actually, it's kind of funny because the small town that I was raised in had a really nice disc golf course, and I had friends that played, and I was just never wanted to play and never did any of that. And then I met my husband in Arizona after I moved from Minnesota after high school, and I went to college and met my husband, who is now, and he taught me disc golf, and it actually took him 5 years, I think, to finally get me to actually play and throw. And the biggest reason I did it was just for exercise and stuff like that, and who would have thought that I would have been, as good as I am now. So I definitely wasn't planning on all this, but yeah, I mean, I just grew up in a small town, and just kind of happened the way it did. I definitely didn't think I'd be a professional disc golf player. So my mom and dad were high school sweethearts, came from the same town. Most of my family lives in Becker, Minnesota still, and so yeah, it's just a small town world, and became something a lot bigger and better than I thought I would. So.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about this whole transfer. Have you always been real health-minded, or did this, because you're passionate, and I'm not going to call you like, hardcore, but sister, you are on this happy body thing. Like, I love you for it because you're really like, I'm beefing up. Like, I have great looking 46-year-old arms, right? So there it is. But let's talk about it, right? Because you're more than just let's have a great body. You're more than let's lose weight, be diet. You're all about the lifestyle and the activity and the finding a unique place, that you won't quit, you won't stop, you won't be inconsistent. So talk to us about that transformation. What was that for you?
Well, a lot of it was about, I'm going to say actually about 6 years after I graduated college. I really, I was a veterinary technician, and I was working my 9 to 5 and just doing that whole thing, and I started to gain weight. I wasn't working out as much as I thought that I should, and I just didn't have the time and didn't want to, and I pushed it aside. I really thought about trying to make money and trying to become that adult that I thought that I had to be, that I kind of forgot about myself. So a couple of years ago, I want to say about 3 years ago, my brother came to me with a product called the 24-Day Challenge and some Spark, and he just kind of told me, this is something that has changed our lives, and has really kind of brought us out, helped us lose weight. And so I tried it, and right about the same time I had started doing disc golf, and my husband had been taking me out and showing me how to play. So around the same time as each other, I lost some weight on the 24-Day Challenge. I gained a bunch of confidence, and you know how it is when you get in your skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best thing.
I do.
Clothes in your closet that you thought you'd never touch again, those are great clothes. So you get some confidence, and it really just taught me I can get out and do things. It just gave me that oomph, that power that I needed. And I started playing disc golf. I didn't think I was going to be this good at disc golf, and from what I'm told and how I feel about it and how passionate I am, I do really well. And so kind of hand in hand, all that worked itself out, and I just thought, there's so many women out there exactly like me. There's so many people that think, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, and using these particular products, whether it be whatever products you use, but for me it was AdvoCare, and using disc golf, I was able to lose weight. Now I go do Camp Gladiator. It just kind of pushed me into the next level of my life and said, hey, let's look out for yourself. And it showed me I can do things, and I'm not just in limbo hanging out like the rest of everybody. I can do things, and I can also show other women, hey, you can do it as well. So it kind of taught me to be the example. And that's what AdvoCare is about, and that's what I'm all about, is you teach and you lead by example. And if I can do it, I feel like anybody can. And I want people to know, especially women that, just don't get out of the house. Maybe you're upset because your husband leaves or something like that, to go play disc golf or whatever it may be. They have that extracurricular activity. Take your kids and go out and do something. This is that sport. Disc golf is that sport. You can take your kids. You can walk miles and lose weight and have fun and do it all at the same time. I want women to know this is what that is about. It's about living your life. It's about getting out and doing things, and that's what I'm all about. So that's what it's taught me, and that's where I've been. That's what's happened there. So
now let's talk about this new stuff that's going on. You're building your business. You've got your AdvoCare business. You've got your professional disc golf career. So are you trying to map out the tournaments that you want to play next year? Like what's really happening for you? I know you're about to start blogging, which I'm really excited to start reading your blog on a regular basis. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to wait to talk to you on the phone. I can just go to your blog and hear you think, and that's brilliant. Now, so talk to me about kind of what's up next for you, right? Like, what's going on for 2014 and 2015 for you, where people can meet you, see you, be with you, hang out with you, learn from you?
Well, right now, actually this year, I got sponsored by a local disc golf shop, and it's actually called the Disc Shop of Fort Worth. And
okay, let's give them some love. Give them some love. Say their name.
Yeah, absolutely. The dish shop, it's Wendy and Zach Sloan, and they are phenomenal people. And what really brought me to them actually was a phone call from a friend of mine, Chase Barrett, who does designs, designs, excuse me. And he's done some of the designs for the discs and things that I've done. Anyway, he got me in contact with them, which was awesome of him. He knows Wendy and he knew me, and he came and visited the shop, and they got together and were talking about me. And so Wendy called me, and it was kind of heartfelt. She's doing the disc thing for a friend of hers, kind of, and really, it wasn't her big idea to do a disc shop, but she, through her heart and through what her husband had been thinking, that they just thought that it would be a good idea to get into the business for one of their friends who had wanted to do it for a while. So that kind of grabbed my heart. And, I do a lot of things for other people, not to get anything out of it per se, but just to do it because it makes me feel good. Okay. And we got to talking, and we kind of came together on that very fact. And so she was really excited about starting her shop and said she wants some sponsors. And she thought, okay, well, you'd be perfect for it. And I thought I would be perfect for it too, because we were just both in that realm of, the happiness and the heartfelt. So she decided that she was going to sponsor me, which was awesome. So the first, I can't remember exactly the first tournament. I think it was, let's see, you sponsored the Darlings. It was a tournament before that, but she sponsored me for a couple now, and one was the Zebras Open. So that was really exciting news for me. She's going to be sponsoring me 6 times a year for A and B tournaments, which is awesome. And providing T-shirts and discounts on discs and things like that, it's just amazing to be sponsored by a local hometown shop, just because I want to support my hometown. A lot of corporate things aren't as close to my heart, and I wouldn't want to just get sponsored and just kind of go out and do things. I want to bring it home. I want it to be here. So that was really amazing. Definitely a huge shout out and thanks to the dish shop. That's awesome. So that'll be happening within this year. I'll be playing more tournaments as a sponsored disc golf pro, which is great. I also do a lot of working out at Camp Gladiator, which another one of my friends who's been a very good spiritual mentor for me, Chris Van Cleve, has kind of got me into. He said, you'd be perfect for this camp. You want to get the most out of your workouts, and it's just been awesome. Josh Hodnett, he's the trainer for that Camp Gladiator, so that's another place that definitely would be awesome to get more people to come out and hang out there with me, because it's a great workout. It's group workouts. It's outdoors. It's fun. So that's something I'll be doing this year a lot. I'm really focused on the Ready for Happiness providers. Kathy, you are a huge inspiration to me, and it is amazing to be a part of this. So one of the biggest things this year I'm working on is a website, and SamiKeddington.com. I'm also working on my AdvoCare website. That's been huge for me too. So you'll see a lot of new things coming out for me. It's going to take some time because I'm pretty new at this, but I definitely am trying to put all this together so that we can use and we can network. So that's kind of what I've been working on. Those are the type of things that I'm doing, and I definitely want to hang out with you more because you make me happy.
Aww. See, I know I have a happy body because you're part of my life too. I'm really excited to announce that you have come aboard as a happy body provider. Right now we have 2 happy body providers, and we have Clint Fuqua, and we now have Sami Keddington. And so I'm really excited that you've joined our team. We're all about creating unique solutions and really getting into the guts and stuff with people to really change their life. Most people, you only need an example and people to hang with, and you can change your entire universe. And so that's really what Sami's all about. That's what her business is all about. And that's what Ready for Happiness Live is all about, is to remind every single person that, your happy isn't weird. Everybody that may think it's weird, but we do not, because we've heard some weird, and I promise you, your happiness is not any weirder than any other story we've ever heard. And so thank you so much, Sami. Let me go ahead and tell you guys how you can find Sami. She is going to be a part of Ready for Happiness, and our provider network. So you can always go to readyforhappiness.com, click on the Happy Body, and you can certainly access her under Readiness, under Implementation, and under Sustainability, because that's one of the beautiful things about this provider network is our providers work with you through the whole process. They're not just the provider to get you started. They're not just the provider to get you working. They are the provider that's going to be in it to win it with you. We're a pitch-in organization, and Sami is a pitch-in type of resource. So what we want to do is we want to invite you to connect with Sami through Ready for Happiness. You can also access Sami through social media, Facebook. She always posts where she's going. Sami, what is the next tournament you're going to play?
I believe I usually, actually, if you want something that's really every month, the second Saturday of each month, Funky Town Flyers put on an event on Saturdays. I'm usually always at events because it's for charity, and you know, it's my boys. These are my Funky Town boys, and they've been a huge you know, part of my disc golf upbringing. So I try to make those every single month. So second Saturday of each month, you'll usually find me at a Funky Town event. So.
Okay, nice. I do want to give some love for Funky Town. It is spelled just like it sounds. They're one of the premier disc golf clubs in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for miles and miles and miles. So I want to give them some props too. They have been instrumental in my love for disc golf as a community. They are very inspiring as a group. Anyway, what we want to do is let's go ahead. We're running out of time on the show, Sami, so I'm so sorry. If you guys want to connect with Sami, you can go to readyforhappiness.com, go under Happy Body. She is beautiful, wonderful, amazing, and gets results. Second, this is one other person in the universe that's just like you and I. They woke up one day and they said, look, I am not happy in my life. And they decided to do something about it. And so today on Ready for Happiness Live, we will continue every single time we have an episode to introduce you to somebody who is, one, available, two, is living what they preach, and three, is dedicated to your freaky little weird happy. So this is how we end the show. Everybody knows how we do it. Go make some happy, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.